Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is the 2 o'clock and the February 27th edition of the Legislative Committee for the State Building Code Council. We'll call to order right now. Start with roll call.
Uh, Committee Chair Tom Handy,
Here.
Council Chair Todd Byrather,
Here.
Council Vice Chair Jay Arnold,
Here.
MVPE Committee Chair Damon Doyle. I'm not seeing them in the room today. There we go. BFRW Committee Chair Roger. Well, Todd, you're on here twice for that one. We got that worked out, but I didn't get my roll call sheet straightened out. Council Member Chell Anderson. Not seeing in the room today. Council Member Matthew Hepner. Not seen in the room today. And then I have Council Member Roger Haringo.
I am here, although I thought I was the BFRW.
I honestly, I need to
Okay.
locate all the lists and make sure.
All right. Well, I'm here anyway.
All righty, and then Council ex officio member Representative Alex Ramel. And I am not seeing them in the room today. With that, we do have a quorum of members here today.
All righty, good. Is there anybody from the public that would like to introduce themselves? If you do, raise your hand. I'll call on you. Going once. All right, let's we can move on. Item number 2 is to review and approve the agenda. Entertain a motion.
So move. This is Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Second, Roger.
Thanks, Roger. Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Next on the agenda is to review and approve the minutes. We can either do it both together if nobody's got any issues, or we can do them separately if somebody wishes to. So
I have February 13th on the left side of the screen and February 20th on the right-hand side.
Move adoption of the February 13th and February 20th minute.
thanks, Jay. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Roger. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, legislative update. Dustin.
All righty, there
Take it
hasn't
away.
been a ton of activity for us since the last time we met. The main change is that we are past the first cutoff in the House of Origin. And so there's been a little bit of a shift in our presentation of our tracking sheet this week. And you'll see the note up here at the top left that the dead bills are on page 3. And as we scroll through and look at them, anything that has a companion bill has it in parentheses below it. And if it's dead, it's indicated dead there. So going through, we don't have any major movement on the Wildland Urban Interface Code bill. We also don't have any major movement on the embodied carbon bills, HB 1458. There's been some I'm sorry, I'm scattered on that one. And then as we move down our list, we still have the Kit Homes building codes bill is still active, but there hasn't been any movement on that one. And getting to our dead bills list, the one that was concerning the State Building Code Council membership is dead. And so is also the exemption for affordable housing bill, which sought to bring multiple versions of the building code back for use for affordable housing projects. And so since there's not a lot of activity forecast for next week so far, that brings me to the conclusion of my very quick overview of what's going on for us.
Thanks, Justin. There was a question that came forward about how we might involve tribal members in the WUI code. There's a little bit of email that went back and forth. I think Chell and I both responded, kind of first wondering whether or not the tribe was compelled to follow the state code. I don't think they are. I think they have to follow federal, but the state stuff is optional. And so the question I posed upon that was, to what extent is Representative Durr wishing that we try to include them? And I'm not sure that they're technically stakeholders. I mean, they're obviously interested probably, but because it's optional for them, I don't know if they're, technically not anything more than the public as far as how tags and whatnot might be put together. So do you have any more insight on that, Dustin?
As far as the application of the building codes to those nations, that is an optional per their governmental procedure. If they decide to adopt the codes, then yes, they would be subject to it, but they're not beholden to adopt the codes. And as far as interests there, they are, stewards of the land and have interests, but there's been some just talk of including them should the question arise moving forward, but I don't have a whole lot more on that one.
Okay. Does anybody else have any comments on that? Like I say, we don't really know to what extent they were wishing to have them be engaged, but whether it's just to sit and offer opinions as a member of the public or what. So I don't.
Based on the communication, I believe that it's more just for input, not necessarily direct use of that code.
Okay. Or a voting member, not necessarily voting on a tag.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Chell, did you have anything you had a little bit of input on that or some questions? Did you have any other thoughts on that tribal membership to the WUI?
Not really. I just had more questions, which is, does the building code even cover tribal lands? And the answer I got was no. So I just have more questions for like, what is the intent and what are the goals and those kind of things.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we're all in that same state of what would you really like to see? So, all right. Well, this could end up being short and sweet. Does anybody have anything else, any of these other bills that they would like to talk about? Anything that they want, they're excited about or a little disturbed about or?
Well, I guess I'm excited that we're past that first cutoff and the movement on things seems to have slowed for a moment, but beyond that, I'm just excited to see where everything is getting going. And the embodied carbon bill did get changed to reflect the use of the existing tags within SBCC as well.
Okay. Roger, you look like you unmuted for a sec.
I was just going to comment, I have been tracking the 1458 and basically was going to say something similar, I believe, and I have not been keeping up with everything. I believe that they changed it to the correct reference to the IBC or the SBCC tags. I also believe they've gone from 50,000 square feet to 100,000 square feet. So there's some of those kinds of changes that are ongoing. But yeah, that's all I was going to comment. I think Dustin beat me to it.
Yeah, the 100,000 square foot component is a new one. That one arrived on my desk yesterday late, and I haven't had a chance to fully review all the language yet to put in a review on that. But I did notice the change in square footage in the tag
Okay.
orientation.
So there was a little revision to that bill. I haven't looked at it since last week or whatever. So, okay, I'll take a peek at that. Anything else? Boy, oh boy. I sat through the
A lot of people
residential.
tired here from the energy code tag meeting that just wrapped up a little bit ago. So
Yeah, I know. I was sitting into that too, and so they have more work to do, I guess, but
yes.
I would say it's a well-run meeting, Tom. We're done in 11 minutes.
well, we want to be efficient, Roger. So unless anybody else has anything they want to bring up as far as the legislative session goes, Todd, you came alive there. You got anything? Just wanted to let us know that you were really there. All right, so good. All right, well then. I think the next thing on the agenda is other business. Hearing none. Last is to adjourn. We'll take a motion.
If you need a motion, I'll make one.
Yeah, why not? Gives us something to do. Is there a second? No seconds? All right, we're gonna be here for a while.
I'm happy to second it. I don't know that we need a motion to adjourn, but
Yeah,
I'll
it
second.
it always kind of depends on which meeting you're in. Some do, some don't. But I agree, you don't necessarily need one. I just thought I'd go through the motion. All right. Well then, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
See you later.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.